So there's not many things I can say that happened amazing this offseason. This offseason so far, outside of coaching, because coaching wise, we hit home runs. But outside of that, player wise, it's been kind of turmoil, right? It is what it is at the end of the day. But one of our best signings this offseason so far has been re-signing Mike Gesicki. This is an absolute W play. And looking at his contract, very team friendly. So he signed a 3-year deal, $25.5 million extension for Mike Gesicki, $6.5 million signing bonus, which, okay, not a big deal. I'm going to guess that gets prorated over the 3-year period of the actual contract. Usually how Cincinnati does their signing bonuses. But $5.4 million this year, 3.05 next year, and 7.55 the year after that. So the final year of his contract. He gets a $2 million roster bonus 5th day of the league year. So if he's on the roster as of March 17th next year, he will go ahead and receive a roster bonus of $2 million. So in theory, he's going to be on the roster, let's be honest. So in theory, his real contract would be 5.4 this year, 5.05 next year. Because I don't see a situation where he's not on the roster, okay? I know we said the same thing with Sheldon Rankins. Listen, it is what it is. But realistically speaking, he'll be on the roster next year. So we could automatically add in that 5.05 million. So it's pretty much 5.57 is his deals over the next 3 years. You know, there isn't a situation where that 3 would hit unless, again, I mean, no, there is no situation. If he's on the roster, he's not getting that 3. So it's pretty much 5.57, which again is not that bad, especially for how well we can utilize Mike Gesicki and how we did last year, putting up 665 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's going to get paid $20,588 per game active roster bonus, 2026 and 2027. So that does not kick in for this year. So it doesn't kick in for 2025, only 26 and 27. So his active roster bonus is for his 3.05 and his 7.55. This was a very well worked out contract by the Bengals front office. And again, like I said, you know, we trashed them a lot, which rightfully so. But I'm going to give them the credit where credit is due. I think they did a really excellent job on getting this contract done and making it very team friendly over the next 2 years. Salary cap keeps going up every year. So being able to backload this contract as much as possible saves us money and lets us be able to work this contract out in the best way for us. Now let's talk about the fact that we need to make this guy a slot receiver. So we utilized Mike Gesicki a lot last year when it came to you. Zach Taylor likes to run 2 tight end sets. You watch the Bengals, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And we usually use them as either they're in there as blockers for a pass play. They could be a blocker right there. Sometimes what they do is a check and release play or block and release play, which is you block if someone needs help on the right hand side. TJ Watt is lining up. You stand in there, you block with the right tackle, and then you peel off the block, helping out the right tackle, and you go out for a pass. That's what we kind of use our tight ends for. And that's really what majority of our tight ends was used for last year. Now, Gesicki is a gigantic slot receiver. And I feel like, in a way, we need to convert him to a wide receiver. Not only is Jermaine Burton a headache and a problem, I don't know if he's not going to be better no matter what than Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki is 6'6", 250 pounds, okay? As a slot receiver, this guy is going to be an absolute animal. And we have utilized him in the slot a lot last year. But I think he just needs to be our 3rd slot receiver. You got T on one side, Chase on the other, and you got the slot Mike Gesicki. Because this guy is an absolute animal, and I want to see him hit 1,000 yards this upcoming season. The most he has ever hit in a single season was 780, and that was obviously with the Miami Dolphins. But I think we could easily hit this at least 1,000 yards. Not maybe, okay. Not at least. At least means it'll be pretty easy. I think we could get 1,000 yards. I think we could at least get 800 yards if we utilize him correctly. I want to see it. I want to see this as a slot receiver to open up this offense. Not only, again, is he just an absolute animal, it's just he's going to box out so many people. Put a safety on him, put a corner on him. He's 6'6", 250. He's just going to outbox you. You can't beat him in coverage. Now, the biggest issue there is he's not the fastest, which obviously is a lot of reasons why tight ends do not become slot receivers, because you got to get separation. When you're a tight end, you're going against a linebacker or a safety, and a lot of times you can get that separation because the guy you're going against might be like Jermaine Pratt and not be fast. You can blow past him. But as a slot receiver, you're going to get matched up versus the corner, and a corner is going to most likely be fast enough to go one-on-one with you. But I think we just need to try him out in different formations, different situations. Just throw him out there, because he's going to be better than anyone else we have out there, in all honesty. I mean, Jermaine Burton has all the potential to be great, but just head case, I don't know if he's ever going to get that crap together. Other than that, though, I mean, we got rid of Trenton Irwin. We don't really have a slot receiver. We tried to use Chuck Sizzle there, but we realized he's better as a kick and punt returner, and there's no real reason to risk injury at the slot position. Just because, again, he's durability-wise, he already gets hurt as kick and punt returner. We don't want him at slot receiver. We tried in preseason his first year, and he had that shoulder injury, and it was like ever since that shoulder injury, Zach Taylor looked at him like, yeah, we're never going to put you in harm's way again, because you can punt and kick return. Listen, the only reason he has the Sizzle back, I know I get a couple comments, people like, why do you keep calling him Chuck Sizzle? He's no longer Chuck Sizzle. He has the Sizzle back because he had that, a kick return, the first play versus Cleveland. And the only reason we won that game was because majority of the game, that kick return pretty much held us like glue in that game. Only reason. And then in the end, we won by 7 points when they came back with Jameis Winston. And that kick return was the reason we won. So that's the day Chuck got that Sizzle back, because Chuck has lost that Sizzle for a while. But yeah. So anyway, though, petition to start slot receiver for Mike Gesicki. Permission granted. Peace out.